Attention Arch users, something you installed this week may already be stealing your data.
So, as you may or may not have heard, all Arch-based systems have had a very large vulnerability. I use CachyOS and I tinker a lot, so that means I download a lot of things, and that means that I'm part of the group of people who could have been affected. Now, I'm just going to be right off the bat here with you. I'm not leaving CachyOS. I did a bunch of digging and a bunch of steps here to kind of go and check to see if I was affected. Luckily, I was not, but I want to just kind of go and show you what I did and give you a little bit of an overview on the situation. So hopefully, if anybody else has this issue, they can kind of go and do the same as well. So let's just catch you up on the situation real quick. So Thursday, June 11th, Sonatype researchers discovered what was called the Atomic Arch. It's a group attacking the AUR. The R being the place that people with Arch-based operating systems like CachyOS get third-party software from. Now, these repositories, they're not really official. They're usually maintained by other people. So what they did was they targeted packages and programs that were orphaned or left abandoned. And what they would do is they would modify not the package itself or the program itself. They would modify what's called a package build, which acts as a recipe for how to install the thing on your computer. And they injected a installation script, like a post-install script, that installs what's called the atomic lock file. That is the file that infects your computer. And what this file does, it's going to snag all your information, do different things. Luckily, with CachyOS, it has it set up in a way where it can't get sudo access or anything like that. So it can't like wipe your information or lock your computer down, but it sure as hell can go and look for passwords, different things like that. So it's an information grabber. The estimates say that 1,500 packages may have been infected by this. Now, we're going to go kind of dive a little bit deeper here into this list. This list right here, this GitHub right here is going to be linked in the description along with a whole bunch of other things here. But this is basically a list of all the known affected. Oh, they're adding a whole bunch more here. So yeah, it's been a night since I woke up. So I wrote this last night and then I had to pass out before I could go and continue on. So a little update here on that. So they have added a whole bunch more to this list here. But this list right here shows all the different packages that have been affected by this current attack. So you can kind of go and look through here and see what you got going on. Big thanks in respect to the researcher who discovered this, Ayad Hassan, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, who is an engineer for the software security company Sonatype. And this is Sonatype's weapon right here. They said that they're going to be posting updates on the situation here as well. So this link is going to be down in the description. Now, quick disclaimer. Take what I do with a grain of salt, for I am a noob and I'm still learning. However, I wanted to go and make these steps here myself, so I figured I'd share anyway. So do your research, look up things. I'm going to tell you to go and put different things in your terminal. If you feel like you don't know or anything, you could just Google it. Just take those inputs and just do your research on that here. It's all just read-only things here. For the most part, so it's nothing that can really damage your computer. And I am going to be publishing these notes, my notes here on this situation, so you can just copy and paste everything here. I'm going to put that, like I said, in the link down below, so you'll be able to see kind of everything here. So like the first one here, pacman-qm, Q, inquiries install packages, M, filters out foreign ones. So basically, this is going to be the first thing that we're going to go and do and check here. So I'm going to paste this in here. And what this does is this is going to give you all the packages that are of the same type of what were affected. So things that you can get off of the R. And as you can see, I have a few here. From this list, you can cross-reference it to what you see here on their GitHub. So, I mean, if you wanted to, you can just use your handy-dandy Control F, paste it in, see if you find it. That's not there, and do it that way. However, that's going to take a long time. So what we have here is another way that we can cross-reference it. So we can go down here. So this is going to be an exact name checked against all so this is going to be a little bit more. So, hopefully I don't see anything here against this file. So it's going to basically cross-reference this output compared to the GitHub here. And if you see an output that comes out of here, that means it might be affected. If not, if you see nothing, like you can see here, beautiful. We just did another check. I am actually happy about that. That is live in action right now. If it comes back as 0, that is perfectly fine. That's good. You don't want to see anything here. That basically cross-references this list from this list. So that's what that does. Now, another thing you can do as well, because this is an evolving situation, is run and check your install dates on these packages. So if we use this line right here, xpack, timefamp, blah, 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 pacman qm, blah, 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 sort. This is going to sort it over by times and what you installed. As you can see, I have a few here that are in the affected time range, that being June 9th to the 12th. So you can see I got all these here on the 10th. Now I did look into these. These are okay. I did use an LLM to kind of go and dig into these, and these were not affected. Now, last but not least, this is going to be a checking for the file. So we were able to check our packages, see what we had going on. But what this is going to do is see if we can find that atomic lock file, the file that is infecting the computers on your PC. So you can enter this in right here, over here. It just is going to search for the file. And you can see mine came back as 0, which gave me a hell of a lot of relief. So yeah, my computer is clean. I'm feeling pretty comfortable here with it. Like I said, I did take a few other steps here and everything, which is going to be in this little document that I'm going to have linked up in the description. It's going to be in the pinned comment and the description, wherever the hell you're seeing this video. But yeah, this situation is pretty serious, and I did just kind of wanted to kind of go put out and show you guys what I did to make sure that I was safe in here. What I would recommend is just do a check. All these sources are going to be down there in the description. Run these checks. It's going to take you about 5 minutes. It'll give you peace of mind. Don't just distro hop, but don't update things for a little while. Like I said, the thing that is affected is the R. CachyOS uses its own repository for most of the different packages and stuff that you install. Also, things that are on the official Arch repository, that is all okay as well. So it's just packages maintained on the AUR itself. Now, I did use an LLM for, double checking a lot of these things here. It did teach me things here. If you do, it is great to run it by. Just don't give it the reins. Just don't just use Claude Code and just be like, hey, check my computer. Do it along with it so you are learning. So right now you can see exactly what you're doing. Do not just have an AI just do the work for you, so that you can actually verify and see the things and the steps here yourself. But running it by one is amazing, because it can just talk to your console just like as if it was sitting here. So you just copy and paste back and forth. Stay safe out there, guys. CachyOS FTW. I don't care what the fuck you say. I love my computer. It's custom. I can do fun shit. Like I press a special little button. It does cool little things, and my computer can go and talk to me and awesome stuff. I ain't giving this shit up.